Welcome back to the Crooked Spine Show. How do we improve our balance? Can we do it through exercising? Yes, you can. Today we talk about how do we improve our overall balance, starting with feet position, how that affects balance, along with how to exercise when you're walking, different things you can do to improve your balance, along with the lunge exercise and stretching to help you not only improve your balance, but also if you do fall, how to get off the floor. Also Q&A questions such as how to relieve pain in the knee, along with ankle and hip pain, and also to how to prevent arthritis. All right, these seniors do a good job volunteering questions and also demonstrating, so enjoy. Again, the show notes says all the breakdown of each exercise and each stretch. If not, go right to the show, and I'll talk to you afterwards. Today's talk is about balance, and how do we get our balance, how do we maintain our balance, how do we get our balance back. A lot of people have had injuries in the past, ankle injuries, knees, hips, even upper back and shoulder injuries. You can throw off your balance. So my job today...
You're inferring that all the people who came here are unbalanced.
I am too sometimes. And the biggest thing is when we talk about balance is what is a good balancing point. Okay, we've done this before too. We talked about, let me adjust the camera ready here. Talked about before with balancing, where's our center point, where we want to be. Okay, we talked about before to where if I'm going to stand against the wall, I want to stand against the wall where my heels are against the wall, hips, shoulders, and head as a perfect balance point. You may not be perfect, but here is where your body is able to use its own structure, own joints, own alignment of the spine. So from the side view, we have our ear next to our shoulder, midline, shoulders back, not hunching forward, and weight on our heels. So at that point our body stays here. Our spinal curves in our back allow us to hold that better position easier relative to here where the spine wants to lock up. When a joint moves normally in the body, may it be the ankle, the knee, the hip, the spine, the back, the shoulders, the wrist, the hands, joint moves normal, that allows you to hold better balance for one. Okay? Balance is your center point, where your body feels comfortable. If it's comfortable here, your body has to adapt by pushing your back out to make sure your center of gravity is balanced. If my body leans the one way, naturally, my hips have to come out this way, my foot has to open up to allow you to have a center of gravity that's better balanced. Okay? So our body will adapt to injuries or changes in our posture alignment, but when it adapts to it, it wears it out faster. It makes things lock up and not move, causing things to become more strained, sometimes causing pain. Okay? Pain with balance issues or even posture issues too is a secondary problem, not the primary problem. I had 40 patients yesterday. Each one I always do this. Stand against the wall, heels, hips, shoulder, and head. You know, that doesn't feel comfortable. I go, good. That's why you're having these problems where the chronic back pain, neck pain, leg pain, whatever it might be, cause balancing issues because your body's not a good balancing point. We work out, the goal is to work out this way, so your body stays up here instead of being here. So start with balance and walk through with you is beyond posture, standing posture. Where should our feet be? Okay, we talked a second ago. With our feet right in front. See the spot for you right here, 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 here. Whatever spot you want. Okay? So with balance, the goal is to start low in when I do my assessments, then go high. Okay, so with your feet, you want your feet, it's kind of hard to see maybe from the back row. I'll walk back in a second. You want your feet straight the whole time. Okay? Feet should be straight coming up and down. Not out here where you're doing this. Okay? Especially not out where one foot is out here. Okay? When your feet are straight, what happens is the back of your pelvis allows your pelvic bones to open up, allows them to stay open, so now your back can lean back more to have better upper back posture and shoulder posture. As your feet come out and your toes point outwards, then at that point, your hips close off, and they close off, forces your body forward to hold this posture here. And again, that's to make your overall body become more hunched forward. Any questions about that?
So what happens when you pigeon toe?
Pigeon toe, it makes your knees lock, so now your knees don't work properly. And again, good question. When your feet are straight, your leg muscles from the inside quad muscles, medial and also lateral, stay evenly balanced. When your feet are outwards, these muscles inside get weaker, these muscles get tighter. Someone that has a very physical job, laborious job, sometimes they're on their feet all day long, the TFL down the side of the legs get very tight, so it pulls you out this way. I see a lot of my patients that have that physical job, the legs get pulled out because of these tight muscles, so now they're having knee problems. Your knees are straight, what happens is now the knee joint itself and the kneecap, they work in good alignment to make sure that groove inside your knee joint stays inside that groove. As your knee comes out, it makes that kneecap push in, so now it makes that groove rub. It rubs on your bone. People have a lot of problems with inside knee problems because of that. Okay? By having your legs straight, the muscle evenly works. Evenly stays relaxed for 1, 2. Doesn't rub on the knee, cause knee problems, keeps your back open. Feet come inside, more pigeon-toed. At that point, the knee joints again too. They can't work evenly. Now your knees want to go in more, makes the inside too tight, outside weaker.
She can also be knocking.
Yeah, exactly. When you hit your knees together, you cause bruising. It doesn't look good when you're in a bikini or something like that, or a bathing suit. All right? Any questions about that?
No, I have one,
Yes.
and that is, when I'm walking, it tends to be out, and so I have to keep remembering to turn
Yes. So how do we, and that's going to be the goal with this class, is how do we work on, if you have outside or inside or even good feet posture, how do we maintain that?
Yeah.
How do we change, and the biggest thing with posture is how do we move in that better position direction? So we maintain and recalibrate our posture and our structure, so we see that as our normal and our standard normal, our unconscious normal. It takes time to change your posture, your position in space, your balancing point, but give yourself time to do that by causing more motion. Okay, for example, what I'll have people do is for a standing posture and overall position and balance, you want to do, let me plug this in, so it'd be good if I plug stuff in, it'd be great. Tons of room up front. Is we're going to stand in better position, right? This better posture. How do we get this to become our new posture? We walk in that better position with the weight on our heels, heel to toe, the whole time. First of all, with our head down, to make sure our feet are even. Then over time, with our head up, hold that better position. Give yourself time to adjust your position and posture. If you've done this for a long time, even this with your feet too, allows your body to say this is your normal. You can't change overnight. So what you want to do is over time, if I'm here, go to here. And that feels uncomfortable, and that feels normal again over time, make this your better normal. Change your posture slowly, so you go back on your heels. At that point, walk heel to toe. And that allows your body to adjust your position. But walking heel to toe, now you're rolling your feet more for your feet for balance, so your body stays upright. When you're comfortable, we'll talk about it a little bit later too, then start walking backwards, toe to heel. Allow your body to now use your feet as balancing point, not just your eyes and your vision. Okay, a lot of us rely on our eyeballs to see where we're going. When we do that, the problem is we do this. Okay? We do this, then our overall body changes to lock our body in here to change our balancing point, center of gravity, then changing our posture, changing our balance overall. Using our eyes over our nose, down this way at an angle over our nose, to keep our head up, allows us to keep our body upright first, then move to that position, so your body's here if possible. Looking down, relative with your eyes only.
You have to glance down because I've several times fallen over bad sidewalks.
Yeah, sidewalks.
If you start going like this, it's bad, so you have to.
So using your visual spacing, with your eyes, you should have about 45 degrees up, 45 degrees down to look. So looking in front of you allows you to really see what's going on over there, or right here. And again, by using your feet as a way to shift your feet and roll your feet forward, allows you to hold your balance easier. So if there is a rock or something on there, that way you can actually get your balance a lot better. Okay, to start then, the first exercise I want to show you, taking a step back, is how do we work below and work our way up. So with your feet, I want you to do is just with your feet, is roll your feet back and forth, heel to toe. And really roll them to feel your whole foot if possible. If you have hard shoes like me, it's kind of hard to do. When you roll your feet, allows you to feel each position of your feet, of your heels, arch, and then Front, it's called metatarsals, the metacarpals at the very end too. At that point, roll them all into your toes, all the way backwards. Done that 4 or 5 times. Now keep your left foot still and only roll your right foot. Okay? When you do that, again, focus on the ankle position, the ankle motion. Feel your heel all the way to the toe. Hold it for a second. Come all the way back. Use your whole calf muscle and front. It's called tibialis anterior, the shin muscle in front, to get that muscle really contract up and contract down. Really flex and extend that foot using your lower leg as a way to position that body. Now switch sides to your left side and see if one side is weaker or stronger. Everyone's body is perfect in an imbalanced way. I said that properly, hopefully. Okay? So if we're a little bit imbalanced, is one side weaker or stronger? Is one calf or one shin muscle weaker or stronger? Okay, so feel that area.
If you feel pain in different areas, that means you're, like we say, imbalanced.
That means you're imbalanced, and plus you have to really strengthen that muscle. You want to get the muscle stronger. When we're standing, our legs and our body work, again, to rebalance our body if we're off a little bit. So how do you work each part individually first, and then work them together once their body's ready? Okay? Once you roll that left side 4 to 5 times, now we're going to do is a hard one, so pay attention. We're going to start on our left heel and right toe and switch back and forth. Okay? We're going to go switch back and forth to throw us off a little bit. Alright, does that feel okay? We're going to go here, then here. Here, if I'm doing right, here. Oh God, I threw myself off, hold on. Let's start over. I gotta start over. Okay? So when you're doing that, does that feel awkward, weird? Do you have to think about it? Because that's how we walk every day. Okay, that's how we walk. We're going to walk, now what we want to do is focus on rolling our feet, not pushing from toe down, allow our whole foot to work properly. Our mechanics in our body are meant to work a certain way based on engineering, based on structure. We work within those limits, our body stays strong, relaxed, and in balance. When we work outside those limits, then we start throwing ourselves off, causing knee pain from just your foot position overall. Okay? I'm getting tired, so make sure you don't get cramps in your feet or your legs. Roll them out a little bit.
I got that right, but my other foot gets left behind.
There you go. See what happens every time. Any questions so far? Yes.
Well, to do that,
Yes.
it's like me, I've always described to people, you might not even notice it, but I have to pull rubber bands.
Mm-hmm.
I have lots of neuropathy from about there down.
Okay.
So I'm always on rocks or
Yes.
It
It doesn't feel like you have full sensation.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So how do we work that? And that's good. So by using more of your foot for the balance, allows you to have more sensation to compensate for the laxation you already have. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I'm always aware of squishing my feet inside my shoes.
Mm-hmm. So use your as many sensors as you can on your foot to know where your body is the whole time.
But I still fall.
All do somewhat. And part of it too, you're talking about the bands. Do you feel the lower leg working more when you do that? Do you feel like the leg muscles are working more when you roll your feet?
I don't know. I have to consciously feel them. I'm sure a lot of people just do things and I see people walking and they just walk with no problem.
They're walking with 2 phones at the same time in their hand.
Yeah.
Picking up both messages.
Get out of their way.
Exactly, yeah. So, and that's the thing is, and we're doing consciously, we're about our whole body allows us to really think, okay, what am I really doing? Because when someone comes into my office with knee pain or ankle pain or foot pain, I go and there's no trauma, there's no injury involved. At that point, what are you doing mechanically that might be throwing things off and over time causing injury? By being aware where your body is the whole time, you avoid those things and you get strong to a better position. So at that point, it becomes your normal and stays that way. Question?
My question was, if your shoes hurt, your feet hurt, would you do it barefoot? Are you helping yourself by doing it barefoot?
As long as you're, say, on a rug or somewhere where it's safe, yes. If your feet hurt with your shoes, get different shoes.
No, it's my orthotics that are not.
Oh, they don't bend as well. So I would get good question. I wear orthotics too in my shoes. I would do this exercise if you wear orthotics, if your shoe's not very bendable, do it with either barefoot or with socks on, or something that's more flexible. Because you want that whole foot to bend the whole way, so all those joints move normally. All those muscles move normally. With joint and muscle motion, you're firing nerves off in your feet to get that to retrain your body. Use that as your sensor, not just your vision. So you want to feel everything move the whole time. Good question. Okay? So you want things to move. You want things to move with a bend in each joint in that foot area. You have your callus, calcaneus, your tarsals, metatarsals, frontals. You have about 6 joints that move in that better position the whole time you roll your feet forward or backwards. So you want to have that motion the whole time. Okay? From there, what you want to do now is I'm going to stand up. Let's put this over here for a second. Adjust the camera. Now that we've got our feet where we feel our feet, now what we want to do is use that to now, you don't have to if you don't want to, use your back of the chair now, roll your feet back and forth. You feel that roll and that tempo, they call it, with your gait as you just roll back and forth with your feet. Okay? That allows you to really, now that you're loading more weight on your feet by using your body weight, allows you to really feel that pressure and that good stress to retrain that alignment and that gait pattern from heel to toe. And you always want to switch feet to maybe 5 on one side, switch feet other side too, just going back and forth. That tempo is important because you want to use that tempo when you're walking, training your balance and posture, to overall body get strong in this position, not to where you stomp your feet and really push on your body. By rolling, it allows your body to naturally not build up as much friction on your feet and pounding on your feet, ankles, and hips by causing normal motion in your body. Okay, it's like dancing, I guess. I don't dance. If I was to dance, is it better to dance more light on your feet or more with heavy feet like I have all the time?
Depends on the dance.
Exactly. Okay, but a ballet dancer, for example. Okay, if you're light on your feet, it allows you to absorb more impact. If you do that easier, how does your body respond? Does it use more energy or less energy? More energy or less energy?
Less.
I would think less, because now you're allowing your body to roll instead of really compress the whole time. When I compress, I have a lot of knee pressure, a lot of hip pressure. I'm having to push down on the floor, and then I push back with my leg. Here I roll through it. Like gliding. I should wear my ballet outfit today. Bro, you don't want to see that, that's not great. Okay, so next one, once we start rolling, say back and forth, 5 times one side, 5 times the other side. Now what you want to do is go away from the chair. I'll let Maria hold my chair for me, that someone steals that from me, okay? Okay, I'm going to come here against the wall. We talked about changing our balance with motion, right? We want to move, change our balance position, get our body to adjust our gait, how we walk, how we move. Use the wall now. I'm going to use this line on the floor too. Brought some tape, but I'll use what the center gives me. Here, I'm going to walk first of all looking down just with my eyes, heel to toe. I'm going to stop every position, like I'm in a wedding party. Here, stop, here, stop, here, stop. When I slow down my walking, when I slow down, do you think that helps my balance or hurts my balance? And why? Why would it help my balance?
Because you're standing up straight for one.
And as you go slower and stop, you train your brain to go, okay, now I have to work really the muscles, upper body, lower body. So I stop and then start again. If I'm going the whole time, the body can just release, but it doesn't really learn anything. There's no learning here. Okay, I want to teach my body that I want to be able to hold that in a position here with my upper body, my feet, to get that full sensation of rolling my feet, stopping, roll my feet, stopping, roll my feet, stopping. Again, I'm touching the wall for balance. Here, stopping, here, stopping. Okay, I'm also walking heel to toe a little bit too on this line to make my body realize having a foot go heel to toe, does that help retrain your balance faster or slower than if your feet are wide? What do you think? I think faster, based on having a big student loan to pay back later in my life, is because now your body's here, allows your body to really maintain center of gravity so that your muscles really work harder. Here, now you lose your overall width, you have a wider center of gravity, now you can just stand here. Allows things not to really work hard. Here, I have to really focus on, okay, where's my body going to go? As you lose your balance, you retrain your balance. Okay, does that make sense? When I work with my patients, if they're like this, I thought, doctor, I can't do this. I'm like, you're doing it and your balance is retrained the whole time. When your body's under this type of stress, at that point it retrains it a lot faster. It goes here, learn faster. Okay, so you want to really push your body with these exercises. If it feels uncomfortable, good. Your body needs that. You have to work. Why is it good? Why is it important to have balance overall? Why is good balance important?
So you stay upright.
Yes. Stay upright. We don't fall over. Okay. We don't walk backwards and trip over stuff, and all of a sudden everything goes. We're done. Okay. It takes training, and by learning and learning and learning, to make your body not want to fall, or if we fall, what happens? We hurt ourselves. I have a high deductible for my health insurance. I don't want to pay that every year. Okay? I want to stay healthy, so I'll use my health insurance if possible. So once we've done this, so going back to wall walking, heel to toe, right? Head up, heel to toe the whole way. Stop the whole time, rolling your feet all the way forward. Now we want to do, this is a hard one, this will be fun. Head up, hands on the wall. Now we're going to walk backwards in reverse, toe to heel. Again, stopping the whole time. Stop. Stop. It doesn't matter where you put your head because you can't see behind your, unless you're my mom, you don't have eyes behind your head. All right? So here, stop. Walking backwards again, heel to toe, head up. That point, stop. Any questions so far? By walking backwards, what do you use more to maintain your balance, your position? Your brain. Your brain and your body. Your brain is talking to your feet the whole time. Do not fall. Let me know where you are the whole time, feet. Okay? So get your whole body to kind of tighten up a little bit to make your body want to hold that better position. Good. Okay?
I think we go forward often without even thinking. Mm-hmm. And we have to pay attention when we go backwards.
So by training going backwards, exactly, forward and backwards allows your body to retrain, then you use your brain more. So you can even do it with your eyes closed over time as you get used to it. So you're just using your feet and brain for balance, not your eyes the whole time. The more you train your body again where it feels stressful, uncomfortable, imbalanced, get your body to retrain your body faster. So when you're not in a good environment, do it unconsciously on your own. Any questions about that? Yes?
Can you do that same exercise with your eyes closed?
Yes.
You personally?
So I go here, I use the wall though. I'm not really a ballet dancer. I lied about that one. Okay? Eyes closed. Boom, boom, boom. Stop. Stop.
You don't have a different sensation or anything?
I do because I feel my body's going to be thrown from left to right. So without your eyes, your body will have to use other, if you want to call it weight-bearing stress on your body as you move, to make your body want to readjust faster. With your eyes, we're so used to our eyes, right? Our body knows, adjust now, adjust now, adjust now.
So you're in a darkish room, you should be able to do it.
You should be able to do it slower, but you still do it if you want
It's
to.
going to be harder, though.
Be harder, but you want to. Now you're going to be okay. My eyes are closed. I'm not used to this. My body goes under a little bit of stress. When we're under stress, what happens? We tighten up. When we tighten up, what happens? We lose our balance a lot easier. By practicing this over time, your eyes open, eyes closed, allows you to see it as a non-stressful event. Non-stressful event, your body's tense up, you don't overthink it. So you do it forward, eyes closed, stop, 5 or 6 steps, okay? Then backwards, 5 or 6 steps. Stop, stop, and stop, okay? But it takes time to do it so you feel uncomfortable, then you feel comfortable. What's another way to train your lower body for better balance? What else could you do? Besides the feet. How about the hips? Okay? Your hips, all of your body weight here, from your upper body drops to your hips, you should be 50-50. The problem is a lot of us will have one set of fingers more than the other. So if I go here, take a step, at that point I'm going to fall over this way to my left. If I step my right foot, I'm going to fall to my right. Okay, that's a weak hip. I have my patients do is take a chair, something like this. I'm going to do it here. At that point, practice doing lunges. I'm going to come forward, hand on the chair just for balance, take a step forward, my left foot, take a step forward. My modified lunge, keeping your body straight the whole time, right? We talked about posture first, body straight, take a step forward, stop, drop the right knee, close to the floor, stop, then come up, stop, take a step back, stop. It's about a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step process. I just count that up. Any questions about that? So here, and again, with the chair for balance, when I come down, use your chair if you need to push yourself up if you need to also. Okay? But again, left foot first, step forward, head up, drop the right knee, stop, halfway down, push yourself up, hold position up top, and take a step back. If you do your left side and then do your right side, here, right side, right foot forward, drop the foot, drop the left knee, stop, push up, stop, body stayed up the whole time, and take a step back. Any questions about that? Who wants to try this?
I try it every time I go to church, and that's what I can do it.
Neil. All right. Who wants to try this? Takers? How about the new person?
That's what they said, sit in the front, yeah.
Yeah, see? Come on over, come on over. Let's just see. I was fun. Some beside myself, watching myself the whole time. It's boring. Let's go right over here. I'll demonstrate first.
All right.
So left foot, here, body up the whole time. Come down when you feel comfortable. Use the chair, push it up, and then back. Try that and see.
I don't think I could do that when I was in good shape. I mean,
You're good.
my legs.
Positive attitude.
Okay. I went forward
Yep, forward, good.
and then down.
And down, hold it right there. Good,
Good for you.
good, good. Come up, hold it, and then step back. You can't, you've been practicing all day, haven't you? You know I was going to do this. Now try the right side. Right foot forward. There you go. Down, hold. Good, push up, hold, and back. Which leg felt better?
The first one,
Mhm.
you know, because that's your natural tendency is to always go with the strongest.
And that's the thing, because we're so used to their stronger leg, we leave it out and now put the other side left behind, right? We'll leave our leg behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this one, what I saw is that when you're coming forward to your right side, your body tends to do this to compensate for that area.
Yeah.
When you do this exercise too, good reminding me, you want to step forward, but also you want your knee to go over your toes, forward, hold, up, and then back. So focus on that knee coming over the toes. When your foot comes in, it tells me that that left inside, that right leg, inside right leg is weaker than the outside, which is very common to happen. Good right there, and back up. So as you practice it more, as you come down, knee comes over the toes, hold, straight up. Straight up means that here, using your glutes and your hips to push you up. Good. Does it feel different?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Like it, the golf
That
clap. The golf clap. So the goal is, can we do that? Not just over time, again, over time doesn't happen overnight. We go from a chair lunge for 1, 2, chair assist, where we come free, hands on our hips, take a step forward, hold, body up the whole time, come down, touch the floor with your knee, come straight up, and take a step backwards. Okay, that is what you want to aim for over time, if you can, to make your body as strong as possible. Hold, and come back up, so your body can go from a floor position straight up. So if I start here, okay, I should be able to go here and straight up. Why? Why do you think it's important to go from the floor straight up? If you fall, what's going to happen? Exactly. You have to be able to get yourself up. Okay, even without a chair around you. So can we work here, the lunge, over time, here, down, up, back, and keep switching sides back and forth, maybe 5 on each side. Over time, try one just with a chair next to you too. You can maybe make the chair this way if you need to. Coming down, resting here for a second, so you're rested. Okay? Chair if you need to. Push yourself up all the way. Who wants to try this? Anybody?
I don't think I ever had that strength to pull myself up.
And because your situation too, that's okay. But the more we get our more strength here at least, gives you a better chance of not falling, or if you need help, yourself up too. Anyone try this?
Without holding on to anything.
Without holding anything. It's magic. Anybody?
What if it works to the left more than the right? That's what you're
And work the left more. See, and realize too, pain does, in my sense, pain doesn't mean you stop doing it. Pain means you have to get it stronger. Most doctors will tell you if it hurts, do what?
Avoid it.
Avoid it, right? Sit on the couch, do nothing. Don't do anything. If it hurts, leave it alone. Problem is, you leave it alone, it gets tighter, weaker, weaker. Then you have problems where you start using a walker or a cane. I don't want to push you around. No. All right? Let's try the chair one first. Here. Let's get the good form first down. There we go. You guys walk a lot, so. Okay. So and we're doing this one too. Keep that foot out a little bit more. Bring it over that toe. There we go. Good.
She's bending forward, is that okay?
That's okay, but I want to do, if possible, good. I want to do is when you're coming forward, look at my body. It comes straight down and straight up. It's a little more difficult.
Use a chair.
Try if you need to. Try if you need to. Just to start. There you go. You're good. Good.
I'm still bending.
Yeah, it's okay, but that takes time. It takes time. When you're back here on your heels, you're here using more of your glute, your hips. Here, using more of the pressure in your leg to come forward. Put your hips. Try. A little bit. It's called practice. You didn't watch last year's video. All right. One more time.
This is working.
That's yeah. That says a little more. That's it. So let's go all the way down on your knee. All the way on your knee. All the way so your knee touches the floor. And rest right there for a second. Okay? Bring this leg further out. There we go. Now try to push just when I'm down here. You see what I use? What do I use? Come up. I'm using this hip and this knee to push myself up the whole way. My goal is to make that knee, my right knee, here, my left knee, sorry, straighter as keep my push on that right glute. I'm using here and here to push myself up. Here we go.
I really needed to push the chair.
And because you guys walk a lot, phenomenal. Can this give you that extra bounce going from here over time to here to make walking better balance,
Yeah.
stronger hips, and stronger legs? Because here is more hip motion, more knee motion, whereas when you're walking, that knee motion is about half, the knee motion, hip motion about half too.
You're not using nearly the muscles that it takes
No.
when you're down on your knees.
No. By doing this for walkers especially, allows them to get better balance point back here, better hip strength, better leg strength. The more you move a joint, right? The more you move a joint, the stronger the muscle gets around that joint space. If my muscle only moves here, the muscle strength will only be about half what it can be if it has a full range of motion. So you want each joint in the body, maybe the hip, the knee, wherever it might be, full range of motion when you work yourself out the sides of the wall.
I'm working on that.
Keep working. But what else can we do, right?
But if you try to do that and your knee isn't, if you torqued it at all, then you hurt.
Yes. So how do you make sure a knee's ready for this? Good. You lead my other segment, my part 4, yes.
I want to get something straight here, so
Sure.
I'm trying to watch. And there's two ways to do that. You can go down over this foot,
Well, come over here. I can't see you from
Or
over there. Come over here. I can't see
you
you from
can-
that far.
No, he's holding on.
lean back
Yeah.
and go down over the other foot.
Well,
Yeah.
come back. I can't see you from over there. Come over here. Just show me over here. It's too dark over there. Let's see. So right here,
Okay.
I'm going to have you do so where I'm right now. I'll demonstrate first. Here, body straight, straight down, hold, and come back up.
So your knee came down next to your...
Yeah, it's going to be more with my hip area
Okay, yeah,
and back here.
okay.
Try that and see.
You want to use, make it even, right?
You want to be even the whole time when you come down. Remember the wall squats, the last time the wall squats? Working even the knees over the toes the whole time. How's that feel?
This hurts. What am I doing wrong here? Is that what
Good.
it's...
Up again, up again, up. So you want to do, I'll demonstrate first, so I'm here. Here,
Yeah.
then, and you want to do is keep your foot relaxed, so you go up on your toe, down, hold, and then back up. Come down again, hold, and you, when you come down again, all the way down, use all the way down, knee on the floor, use this hip, and with that hip, when you at the same time, you use that hip, make that leg straight. Then step back. Good. Straighten out your right knee. There we go. Good. That was the one. Down again. Straighten your right knee. Use your left hip for balance. Straight up. How does that feel? Look exhausted.
It's fatiguing and hurts a little, but it's
Let's try this side now. Let's try your right
that's
foot.
what- I was just trying to make sure I was doing it
You're doing it right. That's the perfect.
straight up and
Yeah.
down. And
More all the way. Rest a second. Now you can do it before you come up. Think about straighten your left leg and use your right hip. Straighten your left leg, use your right hip. That's not the stronger side. Not
Try it
the
again.
stronger side. Try again.
Try it again.
Down, hold. Right hip, left knee straight.
Right hip.
Left knee straight. Better. 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 All right, go get some water or something. Go take a break. Half time for you. Okay.
They teach this
older
in
knees.
PE, high school PE or anything.
I don't think so.
They should.
They should teach it your whole life.
Yeah.
Because this affects your ability to walk, stand, sit, and maybe even lie down. I'm not sure. But when we're moving, if we're moving in here, we're moving here, allows things to get weaker and tighter, weaker and tighter. I want you not to see me because you're all healthy people. Okay? By learning again, just to review how we stand. Against the wall, off the wall, weight on our heels back here. Walking on your heels the whole time, forward or backwards. Eyes open or eyes closed, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. And stopping and slowing down your walking when you're exercising allows you to retrain your balance over time. You have to have this, we talked about a second ago, your brain to match your feet. I move my eyes closed, going backwards. On my brain to tell where my feet are, so it knows where it is the whole time, so I don't lose my balance. Okay? That's how you want to focus on what can I do with my feet, my hips, my knees, my upper body, my lower body. It's all part of your balance. Your brain controls that, so it's so close to your eyes, it happens real quickly when your eyes are open. As you're closed, you're walking backwards or in a dark room, then what do? You want to make sure you can handle that environment also. Okay? Any questions at all? Again, the lunges, same thing. Work on when you're here, either with your knee over your toes, going forward with the lunge, keep your body up the whole time. Stop each position, hold, take a step backwards, switch sides, both sides. If you're comfortable with it, coming all the way down, resting on the floor, and using your whatever foot's forward, using that hip, and straighten the other leg allows your body to get that balance straight up and over. Any questions? Knee pain, talk about knee pain, second ago, knee pain?
Huh?
Knee pain?
Oh, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
the only time I ever had knee pain is when I twisted and fell on it, and, otherwise
Yeah.
I've never had knee pain.
And sometimes knee pain will stop you from wanting to work out and also ruin your balance too. If you have knee pain, what happens is most people have knee pain on the inside of the knee, makes the knee come inside when you're walking, affect your balance. What you want to do is make that inside of the knee stronger. Okay? The best way I found at home, simple exercise, I'll go from the side here, is you want to do instead of your feet coming straight up here, okay, you want to do is turn your foot out and then come straight up. But turn your foot out first, it works inside the knee more than the outside of the knee. If I bring my foot straight up, it works the whole knee. The problem is the inside knee is the problem. Yeah, I think it is. Okay? So you want to do,
If you have a knee pain.
if you have a knee pain.
Okay.
But either way, if your knee feels weak with a lunge exercise, this is good to do to make that quad muscle and knee muscle stronger. Okay? Your quad muscle attaches to your hip, down your leg, and past your knee joint. By doing this exercise here, allows that whole leg to get stronger. So getting off the floor, getting off of a lunge exercise gets easier. By doing this pre or post lunge, gets that leg stronger for the lunge exercise to get off the floor. Yes?
You can do it while you're watching TV.
Yeah, you
Especially
can.
the commercials.
Yes, yes.
Okay, my
Well, that's
question is,
tough to
if
get up.
you do that exercise, will it also help the back of your knee?
It'll get the back of the leg looser. Yeah. See, sometimes the problem, good question. The problem with knee pain or leg pain, if your quad is weak, your hamstrings are going to be tight. So you have to but this exercise allows things to balance themselves out, so it helps that hamstring in the back of the leg become looser, and that quad muscle stronger at the same time. 2-for-1 exercise. Congratulations. All right. Any questions about that?
What is this back here?
Hamstring. So here, looser hamstring, stronger quad muscle. They're called antagonistic muscles, because usually if it's weak, it's tight. If it's painful, it's tight. To help balance it out, so when you're walking, you don't lose your balance when you're walking. It keeps everything real tight and strong. Any questions at all?
If your ankles hurt, does that mean you're not using your foot enough when you're walking? Because I know I have to remind myself
Yeah.
to do heel toe.
Ankle can hurt for different reasons. Sometimes injuries if you sprain your ankle. Okay, if you roll your ankle, spraining. If it hurts when you're walking, that means that muscle that attaches the top of your foot to your shin is either tight or weak. So you want to do, it's hard to tell. You want to do a figure 4 with your leg. Okay, cross your ankle over your leg, and from here grab the outside of your foot underneath with your hand, then pull toward you. Push your knee down if you can. Get that whole muscle to stretch. Good, perfect. That's the face. Means it's tight.
She's not happy.
That's the face looking for. If that feels tight, painful, stretch it out more.
I can't take my leg up nearly as far as you do. That's just
Yoga once a week, my friend. Keeps me flexible. And why do you want to be flexible? Why do you want things to be loose? Why do you want to have flexibility? Why is that important?
In case you fall, you get the balance there.
Well, also you want things to stay loose, right? You want things not to cause injury. A looser muscular joint has less chance of injury. Looser muscle joint gives you better balance. By holding this stretch, say for 10 seconds at a time, 3 times, allows that whole muscle from your shin to your knee, from your knee, shin all the way down to the front of your foot, top of your foot. Keep that muscle loose when you're stepping. It allows it not to want to cramp up or tighten up when you're stepping, when you're rolling your feet.
well, where this hurts is in my buttock back here, where I try to put that down.
Problems, my friend. Problems.
What am I
Problems.
supposed to do? Just
Make a list.
hold it for 10 seconds?
Check it twice. Switch sides. Switch sides. And my left side is always tighter, so I was working this more. I push this leg down, like you said, and then bring the foot up.
Are those things you're not supposed to do when you have a hip,
Okay.
when you have a hip replacement?
It keeps the joint open for one. So I'm okay with, as long as your doctor clears you, your ortho, this should keep your hip relaxed, not tight. The problem with hips is that when they get tight, they do the knock knee here. So what happens with a hip, when it gets knock knee, when your hip starts going in, it gets very tight like a piece of rope, gets wound up. Here, when you're sitting and doing a figure 4 with your ankle over your other opposite knee, allows you to unwind that hip, push your leg down. And by doing this exercise with the shin stretch, allows both things to stretch the hip and also the shin at the same time.
all I know is I have hip replacements,
Yeah.
and they tell me all these things I'm not supposed to do, but I don't know.
I go by how you feel.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
As long as your hip goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you
I've
don't
never
want
had
it to
Yeah.
go across.
Yeah.
You don't want to cross your legs.
Yeah,
I
that's
know, but
what I
I've been
heard
all my
too.
life, and it
I
works
know,
fine.
but that's bad on your
Yeah,
hip.
that's what doctors will say. Don't cross your hips. Bad you.
I know.
Bad person you. But how do we?
I have 2 hip replacements.
I have two. This
I
one's
have
6
two.
years, 7 years, no problem.
So you guys have like 30 years of hip experience more than I do. Okay? So how do we
No
focus
problem.
on keeping things stretched out over time? Again, with this stretch, you can always control the pressure. So you push down on that knee as much as you feel comfortable, where it feels tight, and then also pull your foot up as much as it feels tight. You want it to feel tight and a little bit uncomfortable. You don't make the face every time where it feels like, because that's too much sometimes. Enough for you to do this. And you do, when should you stretch? How often should you stretch? On the
You
Sabbath.
wake up in the morning.
You guys have been in my classes before every day. Why should we stretch every day?
So you won't get stuck.
Because when we sleep, our body tightens up naturally on its own. By stretching again, we cause more motion, better balance, better flexibility, and over time, better strength. All right? Any questions? Oh, I'm exhausted. I need a nap.
When you're
Yes.
up to this position, you want it to stretch it more.
If you can lean forward for the back if you want to, that's just extra credit. It's up to you. I'm thinking about more the shin right now and even the hip. So here the shin and the hip stretch by doing that figure 4 position. All right. Anything else? Yes.
Did you answer this, why so many people have hip replacements? I mean,
I didn't answer this yet.
did I ask before?
Not that I know of, but I've got
I
meetings
saw
sometimes. I have
on
blackouts.
The schedule for the day you were going to talk about hips, so will you
And
be doing that?
that's part of the hip is stretch here for one too.
Okay.
And a lot of people have hip replacements, but I've seen in the past from my patients, they don't stretch enough.
Okay.
And the problem with hips, anatomically, the structure, is your femur, the muscle, the bone that comes up here, and your hip joint itself too, sits in the front of your actual. Here's the hip joint on the side. Say it's one circle on the first third. So the problem is, if our hips get tight, you cause all that pressure in that hip area. There's less joint motion. There's more pressure, more grinding. The ligaments in the hip, they'll calcify. If the ligaments calcify, you lose range of motion completely in that area. So on the x-rays, you can see hip joints being calcified and also arthritis in there too. Not at the hip itself, but the ligaments around the hip. By causing things to stretch and keep things mobile, allows you to actually allow ligaments not to calcify, allows you to avoid arthritis. The more flexible we get, the more you allow calcium not to develop on bone or muscle or ligaments to cause arthritis. Any questions about that?
The more you don't use,
Any joint in the body, if you don't move the joint, the calcium from the blood will go on the bone and on ligament and muscle to make it want to calcify and look like arthritis on the x-ray. So the more we cause things to move, the more we avoid arthritis and scar tissue. You need things to move so things don't settle in and lock themselves in. Your body's very intelligent. If you don't move it enough, you don't move your hip enough, what happens is the body starts locking itself in. Things want to wear itself out, and over time, if a joint doesn't move, is the bone become more dense or less dense? If you don't move a joint, will the bone become less dense with calcium or more dense with calcium? Over time, become less. You have to move the joints to cause more calcium deposit in the bone and not in the muscle ligament. Any questions about that?
Well, there's some things like yoga that seem to do an awful lot of that.
Yeah. So by taking a yoga class at your level, now that's my hour I try to do once a week. That stretches everything for me. You tell me what to do, I'll do it. Good, I feel good at the end of the class. Okay? But keeping those hips loose is the key. So one thing we talked about, second was the lunge exercise, lunge strength exercise. Another one here is when you come down, is now, once you're here at the floor, lean forward and stretch that opposite hip. Okay? We talked about full range of motion, right? The hip range of motion is not only here coming out, but also coming back as far as you can with that hip joint. So either you can do is do a floor lunge exercise stretch, going forward. Okay. Or, we talked about before too, is this one on a chair. is bringing your foot backwards as far as you can. Even going further if you can too. Letting it sit back here. So you stretch this way. Now hold the chair so you don't fall over. That'd be embarrassing. Just saying. That's good. Good.
Is it fine?
And then bring your knee further back and foot further forward.
Which foot?
Bring this foot forward. So come over here.
I don't feel it in my hip, I feel it in this thigh muscle here.
That's, you want the whole thing is supposed to stretch. So here, now if you do, I'll go over here first. What you do is come here and go like this first. Okay? Try that and see.
Without holding?
Yeah, without holding. Actually, without holding, we're holding it. Hold that thing. There you go. And from there, bring this foot forward. More. More. You can. Right there is good. But does that feel comfortable?
Yeah, it's a stretch under
Good. Is it in the hip or in the back of the leg or front of the leg? What do you feel? Good. What in this stretch? Why does the front feel tight?
Sit a lot.
You're not used to
Eh.
doing it.
That's the stronger muscle of the leg, right? The quad muscle. So it's going to be tighter. If the quad muscle is tighter, it makes the hips stay tight too. The more we stretch this muscle, the more the hip will relax to stretch, have more range of motion, more movement. Good. Switch sides. Switch sides.
But that one's good because you're even stretching your back.
If you keep your body up. Yep, just like that. And body up. There you go. How's that? Does that quad, left quad feel tighter or looser?
This one's not as tight.
Good.
This
Okay.
one's tight.
Tighter, right? And then try this one too. Let's try this one. You're sitting down. Now bring that leg behind you this way. And see how that feels. On this edge. We have a seated lunge. Yep. Go leg. How's that feel?
My leg is not long enough to.
All right, you have long legs like me. How's that feel? And lean back on the chair too. There we go. Does that feel okay? Good. Do you feel the quad still?
Not as much.
Be
I
flexible.
do the stretch.
Don't worry about you. You're fine. Good. Thank you. So we want this. This makes sense. If our quads are looser, the hips stay loose too at the same time. Your quad muscle attaches inside the hip. It's called the iliac crest. Attaches inside. So the tighter it gets, the more it pulls the hip forward beyond what the joint can handle. The more it relaxes, the more the hip stays back to make that hip and the femoral head, that ball and socket joint, stay where it should be versus pushing too far in the forward in the front.
Feel the tension where it doesn't hurt.
Good. Go further.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I have knee replacement and they tell you to kneel on your knee,
Okay.
if you put a pillow on the
Yes.
floor, is that okay?
That's
It's
fine.
just so you want on
That's
the hard
fine.
surface.
That's fine. Good question. So the question is, if I have a knee problem or my knee hurts, can I come down here and do the lunge stretch and put a pillow underneath my knee? Please do. I do not want to torture you people. Okay? So put a knee there. At that point, the goal is to make this muscle stretch to get that right hip to stretch at the same time. That's the plan. And I would hold that for about 30 seconds on both sides. Probably do it 1 to 2 times. All right. Any questions?
If it's a replacement, it won't injure them. I mean, it
No.
won't do anything to the replacement.
No, 'cause
I
you're
don't
not-
know why you're not supposed to kneel on it, but that's.
Yeah, it's not enough load.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
That's the thing. And I would probably use a chair first, make sure you're okay with that. And over time, just do it freely once you're comfortable.
Okay.
Because you're not, the biggest thing with hip or knee replacements is you don't want to fall on it. That short, quick compression is what we're worried about.
Okay.
Right? The looser a joint is, the more stable it is. At that point, again, better balance and less chance of injury. All right? Any other questions at all? So once we get our ankles, our feet, our knees, our quads, and our legs, lower bodies looser and stronger by all these exercises, that gives you the chance to not fall, or when you fall, you'll get up easier too. You want your lower body strong. Okay? A lot are always told, if you have an injury, don't use it. If you don't use it, the body, if you're human, the body gets weaker and tighter. And it's hard to recover from the injury and lose your balance even more. I had a lady come in a couple days ago, I haven't seen her about 2 weeks. She was doing great. because she had some therapy done on her leg, on her knee, then her doctor told her to stay in bed for about a week. So what happened is I see her again, she's hurting again. And she used a walker, so now she's back to here instead of being back here. But she'll be back on her feet, she'll be back normal within 2 weeks. She's pretty adamant, she's pretty upset. That tells me she's motivated herself better. Okay? By doing these every day, keeps your body loose and strong. That's the key. And when you're walking, try to keep your head up again, looking down over your nose. You have a big nose like mine, looking down next to your nose, instead of with your head down at the floor. All right. Any questions at all? Yes?
When I'm up here, I have no trouble getting up. I'm actually fall on the trail.
Yeah.
I couldn't get up.
Make a tripod.
So when,
And I'm trying.
so when if you fall on the trail, you end up here, right?
No, I was.
You have to get.
Yeah, you want to get yourself if possible here, and then from here, because you're flexible, bring that one leg forward, and then hand here. Get this knee to straighten out. Push yourself up this way.
Yeah, but I didn't have all this room.
Okay.
When I was falling.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm.
How little was the trail?
The
Yeah.
trail was just wide, but then
Yeah.
there's lava rocks. So
Yeah.
I couldn't put my knee on.
Yeah. Don't walk there ever again.
And I used my, well, what happens when
Yeah.
I use my pole, I
Yeah.
try to block the fall. But
Okay.
what I took on it is a loose rock.
So it kind of made you fall even more too.
And I thought that was fall off the cliff, but
You see to fall off the cliff, which is good. You see to fall off the cliff. You're still with us.
not to.
You're still with us, Maria. And that's the thing is you want to make sure you're safe getting up for one too. And whenever if you do fall, please, please, please wait at least 15, 20 seconds before you even move. Because when we try to move really quick, what happens when we try to move really quick? We fall again. 15, 20 seconds, relax for a second, make sure everything's working. When I fall, because I try to run the trails a lot, I move my hands, my ankles, my feet, I move to make sure nothing's really injured, before I get up.
Because you're usually embarrassed and want to get right up.
Yeah, we all do.
And then people try to help me because I'm wrong and then
Yeah,
I-
yeah,
So you have to be really conscious of where you are and keep yourself calm the whole time. If you were to fall though, give yourself a second to get up. Don't try to first up because you'll hurt yourself even more. But yeah, sorry about that. Not fun to fall. Anything else? So you gotta get to work. As we go through sometimes injuries or life, sometimes you lose strength, balance, because you just forget about how to exercise, and it needs to becomes a less priority. This talk gives you certain things to do specifically to help your upper body over time, improve your balance, improve your overall strength, so we don't have injuries over time. We don't look silly if we do fall for no reason at all. All right, so again, the show notes has the overall highlights of the overall podcast, overall to how to exercise and which ones are in there, along with the links to our previous podcast shows and YouTube links, and also Facebook page Crooked Spine Show. All right, so enjoy the week, guys, and I'll see you next week.